Good morning, my loves. Happy Wednesday. Another beautiful day here at the lake. The sun is just starting to come up. You really can't see because of the trees, but trust me, it's coming up. Going to be another roasty, toasty day. I think the high today is like 112. Just typical Arizona in the summer. First, I want to thank everyone for the kindest notes I have been getting about Finn. Thank you. Finn, you want to say thank you? You can tell he doesn't feel good. He's not howling. I know. That's rare. So the vet came out yesterday. If you want an update, the vet came out, Dr. K. Mobile vet. Love mobile vets. Going to a vet is stressful for any animal, especially a cat. So if you can find a vet that makes house calls, do it. They see the animal in their natural environment, and it's going to be a much more accurate read of what's really going on for the most part. So she came out and gave him a thorough going over. I have to say, I'm very proud of Finn. Finn does not do strangers. He's very attached to me since I rescued him. If they deliver groceries, he runs and hides. If the maintenance people come over to change the air conditioning filter, he will run and hide. He does not do people. So I closed off all the extra doors to the guest bath and the bedroom and all of that. So he didn't have a place to run. And she showed up and she sat down. She didn't just go over to him. She sat down and we had a conversation. And he was pacing. He knew something was up. But he never growled, hissed, clawed, bit. He was a perfect gentleman. I'm very proud of him. He did, get a little wound up in the beginning and calmed him right down, and she was able to really give him a good examination. Head from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail, including his belly. I stood him up and she was able to examine his belly. That's rare. So here's what we know. Finn is definitely blind in one eye. Do not try this with your animal, but she could take her finger and touch his eyeball, and he didn't know. He didn't flinch. He didn't do anything. He never picked it up. He's blind in one eye. Stroke. He has balance issues. I don't know where to start. Yesterday he was swaying back and forth, not like he's rocking this way, but rocking this way, back and side to side. And that is a sign of a vestibular issue, imbalance. Like you're going to tip over, kind of you're dizzy, vertigo kind of thing. I guess it would be a vertigo kind of thing because of a stroke. All of this is because of strokes that he's having. And it's really, really sad. It's not like with people where you see somebody, having stroke symptoms and you put them in the hospital. Depending on the window, when they started having symptoms, you can give them TPA. Maybe you can reverse it. Yeah, with animals, they don't have that luxury. And it's just really sad to watch him go through this. But he's a trooper. He's just a sweetie pie. So she's starting him on steroids to reduce the swelling in the brain. It's something. And she's going to start him on gabapentin because the way he's behaving, he's trying to chew off his paw pads because the pain is so great. He's isolating. Instead of hanging out with me in the living room like he usually does, he started the last few months to go hang out in the bedroom more, in the bathroom, under the bed. Isolating, when your pet starts isolating, it's not a good sign. So she discussed all of that with me, and he's in a lot of pain. So the gabapentin, they use it for peripheral neuropathy a lot, which I'm sure he has a lot of neuropathy that we're not aware of, having had several cat strokes. Hey, baby. And hopefully it will calm him down and he won't be howling and screaming as much. Wait and see. I think this is the first time I've had him a year. I think this is the first video he hasn't howled through because he had to say something and prove me wrong. But yeah, he just doesn't feel good. He does not feel good at all. He's eating. I'll put his food out. He has favorite flavors, of course, and he'll pick at it. And yesterday he gets, and it's okay with the vet, it's vet approved, I get him deli turkey, like the $10 a pound sliced turkey breast turkey. Yeah. And that's his favorite. And he just picks at it now. But we have to make sure he's eating. So that's where we stand. We're going to try conservative measures. And then if he keeps getting worse, then we will have to take the next steps. I honestly think Finn understands this. I really think he does. You know how vocal he is in the morning, walking and howling and looking out the windows. And yeah, no. He's in the bedroom. He knows something's wrong with him. And for me, the sad thing is like dealing with dementia patients, because he has a cognitive disorder because of the strokes and the numerous head injuries. They know something's wrong. They don't know what it is. They can't put it into words. Of course, he can't. He's a cat. But how terrifying would that be to realize when you have lucid moments, when you're in your right mind, that, oh my God, what's going on? I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, I don't know where I am, I'm confused. That would be horrible. And it's sad. It's just really, really sad. Long night, he woke me up every 2 hours. Howling is the norm now all night, but he will come over and take his little paw and tap me on the face very gently, no claws, tap me on the face. And so let's see, what's the last time he woke me up at 4? I did not want to get up. Sorry. I'm sleepy. Wonder why. He started playing with my hair. And so that drives me crazy. So, okay, fine, I got up. But he is just the sweetest, most gentle little boy kitty. I just love him to the moon and back. And the time is coming when we're going to have to make the decision to have him put down. But it's just so sad. It is just so, so sad. And I don't want to do that. I know the time is coming, so I'm going to use this time to just appreciate him more for who he is. Love people, animals, for who they are as they are. Yeah, he's not the same Finn when I adopted him a year ago. When I rescued him, I knew he had issues. I saw somebody kicking him in the head. Somebody kick you in the head multiple times with steel-toed boots, you're going to have some head injury. You're going to have some brain trauma. God only knows what he's experienced in his 3 years of life. We're assuming he's 3 years old. But it hasn't been good. I promise you, this last year for Finn has been amazing. He has probably, the sun is just super bright. He is one of the most spoiled kitty cats on the planet. And he will continue to be one of the most spoiled kitty cats on the planet until he draws his last furry breath. I promised him that I am here to love him and protect him and to keep him safe. And I think that's a big thing right now. He probably doesn't feel safe. I'm sure, I have no idea how many homes he's had, but I have a feeling, because he yowls and howls and has all these idiosyncrasies, I'm sure he's been thrown out of houses, maybe doorways, windows, I have no idea. But I'm sure he still has that in the back of his mind. At some point, is she going to do this? And that answer is no. As frustrating as it can get when he ruins one of my $400 purses, his life is more important than my handbag. There's only one Finn. So I try to be very kind and patient with him. He can't help being sick. He can't help that people abused him. So this just popped in my little Brenda brain. People you encounter every day, you work with, you see on the street, at Starbucks, you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know who's kicked them in the head, who's kicked them when they're down, who has or is currently abusing them. You have no idea what's going on. First glance at Finn, he has a beautiful, shiny black coat. He's a beautiful cat. And to look at him, you would think, oh my gosh, healthy as a little horse. Just the opposite. Just the opposite. You don't know what's going on in somebody's life until you know their story. Nobody would know what's going on in Finn's life until they would know his story. And it's a very sad story, isn't it, sweetie? Walking right past me, not saying a word. It's not Finn. Just wanted to give you an update. Have a decent, civilized Wednesday, and I will keep you posted. And again, thank you so much for all the very sweet notes and direct messages. We appreciate it. We really do. And for those people asking, and it's so incredibly sweet, if they can pray for Finn, of course you can. Of course. Absolutely. We appreciate that. So thanks for caring.